So I was having a conversation with my hey guys, first of all, there are people who don't want conflict in their conversation with people. Well, more like they think it's better to not have difficult not put themselves in that place where they have to argue about something with somebody else, or where they have to make their stand. So they rather just have a good time, go hiking, go skydiving, go for lunch, go for dinner, see a movie. But because I work with people, I work with professionals who are very set in their ways, you know what I mean? Like professionals, like developers who are like, oh, I'm doing a good job. I've realized that most of them don't want to have conflict. Like they rather just not talk about their point of view or what they think about something. A lot of you avoid difficult conversations because you want to have peace. And the few times you have difficult conversations, you say you don't want to have that you rather just, I prefer the times when we don't argue. You can only delay the inevitable. Like, you can only delay the inevitable. If you don't talk about those things and you keep shelving them, oh, they will blow up eventually. Like, poof, like, boom. Talk about, if you have friends in your life, if you're in a circle, a friend, a church, a group, a company, and there's some things that you don't agree with, the earlier you spoke about it, the better for you. Keeping it to yourself would only eventually make it blow up. It's like shaking a bottle of carbonated drink. You're shaking it, right? What happens when you open it up? Yeah, don't. So, and the thing is, having healthy conflict is part of building a healthy relationship. Healthy conflict is like, for example, politics, religion. Those are the two things I know that are core to some people, to everybody actually. But there are people who, like me, don't care about what you believe. Just keep it to yourself. Let me keep mine to myself. Like, I can tell you what I believe, but I'm not expecting you to do what I'm doing. But the problem I have is when you have a different belief, then you try to drag somebody else into your belief. You know what I mean? So, for example, when it comes to politics, I'm very apolitical, meaning I don't pick sides. I'm like an independent voter. I'm not PDP or APC or Democrat or Republican. I go with the policies. Like, okay, this guy is making sense. Let's vote him. But a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are very, 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 when I say passionate or very polarized, like, oh, well, I mean, I'm Republican till I die. No matter what Republicans do, I will follow them till I die. They're loyalists to something I don't know why they do, but I mean, it's the point of view and it's, of course, within their right. So people like that, when you have, when it's just wiser and better for you, if you find out that somebody is that passionate about their association, religion, belief, politics, their gender war or something, just walk away. Do yourself a favor. Except you align with the person's ideologies, just walk away. That is friendship, acquaintanceship, neighborship. If your neighbor is like that, just avoid your neighbor. Because eventually, you can only delay the inevitable. It will eventually show up. Now, when you meet somebody who is who has an ideology, a belief, but doesn't push it on people, and that's fine. But if you have somebody who, every time you have a conversation with them, the first time you had a conversation with the person, your opinion was invalidated or dismissed, they're not going to change. I know. So I have a friend who says people don't change. I'm like, no, I actually believe people change. But now I'm telling you, nope, they're not going to change. I'm an optimist, but at the same time, I'm a realist. How do I put this? So I watched the video it was GoCast yesterday that said a woman was saying, why are you waiting for somebody to tell you that they're sorry they hurt you, or they're sorry. Now, people are fixated in their minds. Everything I do, I believe is the right thing. Everything you do, you believe is the right thing. Until I decide to stop believing it's the wrong thing or the right thing, there's nothing you can do that will make me change my mind. Except I'm in a situation where I'm frustrated, like, let's say I have a job and I don't like the policies of the job, but I don't have another job and I don't have savings. Then I'll stay there, endure until I get a better job, you see. But if I had a lot of savings and I didn't like the job, I'll just walk away without thinking about it. Because I'm fixated upon my beliefs. My beliefs are, actually, your beliefs are what make you who you are. Because this is tricky. Yes, a Christian can marry a Muslim. A Pentecostal can marry an Anglican, right? But the only time it works is when those people are not fanatics. They just do, I bet we'll just go to church. Let's just go to church, that's fine. It doesn't matter, let's go. But if it's somebody that says, I must pray the rosary, and you say you must speak in tongues, and you say you're in love, please, just, even the Bible says, can two walk together except they agree? It takes two to tango. So if it's a vital issue, it can be a vital thing for me, but I don't push it out on people. And it takes a level of self-improvement to get to the point where you let people do what they believe while you do what you believe without interference, right? Talk about other things. When the topic comes, it doesn't mean you're going to brush it aside and like, yo, I don't take sides with politics. I don't take sides with gender. Just what you have to say. It takes a lot to get to a point where everything is logical, where you just interact. But if you are passionate about something, please do yourself a favor. Do not try to be friends with, to get into some sort of commitment with somebody else who has a different view from you. You'll be undoing yourself and the other person. No matter how long you try to delay that conversation, it will eventually blow up. You're only delaying the inevitable. Look for your pride, look for your clique. Roll with your pride. Let other people be. Don't have ulterior motives. I'm going to change him eventually. Yeah, I'll change him or her eventually. It never works that way. The only person that's able to change you is you. And the only time that you can be convinced about what you're doing is wrong is when you realize that what you're doing is wrong. Regardless of what people tell you, preach to you, shout to you, say to you, until you get to that point where on your own you're like, yeah, I need to change my mind. It's never going to change. Put that in perspective. And be intentional with your friendships, your relationships, even your enemyships.